were calling it one of the greatest hauls they've ever seen. The stolen crystals, on the other hand, were nowhere to be found. Is that so? Alas, I suppose we have no choice but to resume our search elsewhere. We should reassess our options as well. Come with us, you. Against all expectations, it would seem the Amalja are innocent of this particular spat of crimes. But all indications they have yet to replenish the stores of crystals exhausted during their last attempt to summon Ifrit. What I can't fathom is why anyone else would go to such lengths to obtain crystals, and in such quantities. It cannot be that we are dealing with simple thieves. If their motive were profit, why would they limit their trade to crystals alone? Plainly, we are missing something. While you think about what it might be, I shall inform Uranjar of our progress, or lack thereof.
Where is it? There it is.
Now you young men are from across the seas. You come from a long lines of royalty.
I was wondering what you were blasting out my ears with at first.
Bro, come on, that had to sound somewhat good.
I mean, sure, your mother loves it. Sure thinks your singing's wonderful.
Yeah, I know listen, here's the thing. Here's the thing. I can sing, right? But I just can't sing I can't sing professionally, you know? I can sing at an amateur level, you know?
Alright, whatever you tell yourself, bro. But you know what? Everyone can sing. Give them the right song.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what I believe, somewhat at least. Do the right song.
But the only reason why my singing doesn't sound so good is because I've tested this before. I can find the right key, right? But only when I am in an accompaniment. An accompaniment. Is that how you say it?
I
Only when I
don't
have someone
know, to
with
be
me.
honest. But I know what you mean, but I don't know.
You know, I've tested this before.
It's
Other than
extensive
that,
testing.
I suck by myself, you know. But I'm gonna keep singing. Any bright ideas? A solitary flash of insight. No? Well then, for what of a better suggestion? I say we try picking Fufulapa's brain again. Who knows? If we work together, we may yet find something of use nestled away within it. Alright, Jordan, you're Fufulapa.
Okay. Oh, let's see. Where are we on the text? Hello, there it is. Oh, but it is good to see you return. See you return. I've given some thought to the matter. I have just hit upon a most disturbing possibility. How could I have been so blind?
Calm yourself, Fufulapa. What is this disturbing possibility of which you speak?
I was contemplating as to how the thieves' activities escaped our notice for so long, and then it came to me, what if there's someone among our own ranks conspiring with them, a traitor in our own midst?
It would be most unfortunate if your fears prove well founded, Fufulapa. Indeed, if for reasons of security the concern decided to transfer the remaining crystals stored in Horizon to another location, their plans would be discovered the moment the brass blades were informed. Ah, but such a shipment would surely be well guarded, with thieves as willy as ours risks open confrontation. Mayhap not, but neither would the concerned be eager to present them with such an obvious target. Nay, they might instead elect to carry out the transfer in secret, to entrust the goods to, let's say, a lone Mictote miner traveling without escort, so as not to attract undue attention. Mmm. Jordan.
Yeah, I know. I can't. I was cleaning up. What's that? I don't think
No problem.
Alright. Here. Alright. Where are we? But who? Ah, I see. Yes, the concern may very well elect to do that. But to travel with so much cargo would be a strenuous task indeed, and this miner would certainly need to rest upon the way. Mayhaps north of the bridge to Hemmerley?
A fine spot for a rest. Would you not agree, you? You lie in wait to the north, and I shall do the same to the south. Okay.
Ahem! Forgive me, my friends. I received new orders. I must inform my men at once.
Okay. But call me a sink, but I would be surprised if these thieves lay down their arms and surrender. See that you come prepared to offer them some encouragement. Hmm. Oh, okay, but the one thing I gotta say, I feel like I do pretty good at like not
Like, get a claws on my freaking toe. Lord, sorry, what?
I said I feel like I do pretty good at voice acting though. Whatever helps me sleep at night, right?
Whatever. You need to work on. I think you sound flat a lot of time. You need to work on that.
I that this is true.
I mean, I'm not perfect either, but like, I think listen back to what you like doing. So like listen back maybe. It's like I think you sound flat a lot. Need some more ups, some more downs. I don't know, professional or anything.
I feel like I do pretty well with Thancred.
I think you do be a better job, Thancred. I'd have to listen again. Yes.
Ah, my friend. Let us adjourn to, something like that. Wait, do I need to change clothing?
Does it say?
Lie and wait for the thieves. Yeah, it just says lie and wait for the thieves.
Alright. Are you looking at the location? Are you...
Oh, I guess I'm off of it. Oh yeah, I was off of it.
You know, God gave us maps for a reason. Start using them.
Yeah. Man, just being 2 levels above them really does make the difference.
Stats certainly help. Okay, perfect. Okay, all the fates I need are up.
Alright, here I go. Alright, I got this. Stubborn to the last, as expected. You are unharmed? A gang of sea wolf thieves. And in Thenelon, no less. I suppose there's a first time for everything. Huh? How's that?
That was better. Yeah.
Sea wolves? All of them. Aye. And all with the same taste and facial tattoos. Blue, in case you were wondering. Our thieves are a long way from home. Thancred, if you would be so good as to attend to the outstanding matters in Horizon, I have inquiries to make. To Horizon then, for Fulapa will want to hear about your meeting with the thieves. Alright, next time I'm gonna have you do Yustola if her and Thancred are having, talks.
Right.
If we have any more talks like that, I'm gonna have you do one, so I won't be doing it all.
Hey, Burger.
And then I get to hear your voice sound like this when you're trying to do a woman.
I'm too lazy to do that right now. With Parker. Which black man?
Parker is being racist again.
They said, yo, black man. I'm like, oh, but which one? It's two of us.
Oh yeah, yeah. Oh, tell him I said fuck you.
He can hear you. Don't worry.
Oh, Parker, fuck you, bro. Here you are, Jordan.
On behalf of the brass blades of the rose, I thank you for your service to Horizon. But we have not been idle. While you were afield, we succeeded in identifying the traitor within our ranks.
Is that so? Then by your leave, I should very much like to have a word with the fellow in private.
No. I'm afraid that would not be possible. Regrettably, he managed to subdue the unit of Blaze dispatched to detain him and made good his escape.
Oh, for the love of... And how did he manage that exactly? Your men haven't been sampling that Sumnus we confiscated, have they? Or was he a giant in disguise?
No, but he was quite strong. A sea-wolf Lemosian born and raised, I believe. But do not worry. We will find him. You have my word on that.
I see. Pray keep me appraised if any of any developments. Yes, he's standing next to me. Understood. I fear our time together is at an end, my friend. Your services are required elsewhere. Awfully disappointing, I know. But one must follow their duty where their duty leads. I kind of want to try saying this. Don't worry, I'm not going anywhere. I promise you, Menphilia. You might try to look a little disappointed. Or do you mean to give me another one of stoic nods? You don't, do you? You do, don't you? I feel like I hit that pretty well. I'm not going anywhere. I promise you, Menphilia.
That the one from the trailer?
Yep.
That's some more breathy, I think, probably.
You said more breathy? I'm not going anywhere. I promise you, Menphilia. Yeah, it's like Thancred has a deeper voice than me. I can't get that full like rapture of his voice, unfortunately. Like Thancred's him, bro. I'm not, unfortunately.
That's fair. That is fair. Yeah.
I can try to imitate as best I can, but who is this non-chosen little weevil on my screen? Evelyn. Okay. The antecedent bid me tell you to make for Vesper Bay, where young Alphinaud awaits your coming most eagerly. It was he who requested your assistance. Some commotion or incident. I am not privy to the details. Oh, and Jordan, did you hear that they're trying to make for $80?
Yeah. It's not confirmed though. We don't know. I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised if it's $80, but I wouldn't be surprised if it turns out to just be $70.
Yeah. In all honesty, I'm still gonna buy it. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Probably still buy it. I think like Borderlands is they generally publish like as far as I'm aware, their games have been finished like still pretty decent high quality, unless you just don't like the Border. You're kidding me. I've never died to this.
But one thing I will admit, and this is something that I can wholeheartedly say, I blame Nintendo for $80 prices. I wholeheartedly blame them for this.
They're definitely a part of it. I think Nintendo's upselling a lot of things. Like, have you seen how you've seen like they've upped the prices on a lot of the accessories now?
Like it feels like the Switch 2 is a dumpster fire. I don't know how else to
It's gonna
say it.
sell hell and back probably. Although if it falls short of expectations, I will not feel surprised. I will not feel sorry, and yeah.
Yeah. It's because we have to do all these microtransactions and purchases. And it's like, why do we need to do all this just to play one game?
Because infinite growth strategy, don't you know? That's what I'm saying is gonna happen. What's gonna happen is all like the indie games, just like games, like again, like studios like the one that cleared Exhibition 33. We call it like all these studios. I think Claire's or not Claire, but Expedition. That's the title. That studio, because that game is like $50. I think, right? It was like $50 or $40. It was one or two. It wasn't even full price.
Yeah.
Like these studios, I think, are just gonna be what people are gonna end up turning to. Gonna be like, I don't want to play $80 for a mediocre game, mediocre game with a bunch of microtransactions. And I think really what's gonna happen is it might in some aspect. I do agree that obviously sometimes studios gotta raise prices, right? But at the same time, I think what's gonna end up happening is these studios are gonna end up with raising the price or whatever, and then what's gonna happen is less people are gonna buy their game because obviously. Because it just ends up being a little more it's more expensive than it needs to be, right? And they can get like that same experience or a good experience buying like, I don't know, the regular $60 or $50 games, right?
Yeah.
And I think it's gonna what I think it's gonna do is just gonna filter people. Is what I think. Because these games that now, because you know, like all the time, people are like, oh, you should play this game. Like for me, it's like, for instance, let's say Elden Ring, right? I didn't really enjoy Elden Ring that much. I kind of already knew I wasn't gonna particularly like be that massive a fan of Elden Ring, but I still tried it anyway, mainly just because it was in the share, right? Now think of someone think if I had to buy it for like $60. Now again, it's still a good game. It's just like, you want to spend $60 to find out you don't like the game? Why would I want to spend $80 to find out I don't like the game? In a game that's not in games that aren't even as critically successful, like let's say Assassin's Creed, Elden Ring. It's been years since Elden Ring's out. People are still raving about it. Assassin's Creed Shadows, bro, give it a year. No one's gonna give a shit about it. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Yeah. The only other game that seems kind of interesting is Doom: The Dark Ages. I'm thinking about trying that maybe tomorrow.
Interesting. I feel like that game's getting a lot of hate, and I think some of it is very much deserved. But it kind of feels like the developers wanted to do a spin-off. But it ended up being a mainline game, I guess. The best way to put it. And it definitely didn't live up. Apparently didn't live up to like Doom Eternal and whatever and all that kind of stuff. The other game before that, Doom 2016 or whatever it is. But it's still a decent game. It's just quite different.
Yeah.
So I think it's fine.
I think what may be turning people off from Doom Dark Ages is probably the cutscenes, because they're probably not used to it being so cutscene heavy and more like watching things instead of just going in and slaying everything like usual. I think that might be one of the main things.
That is true. That also, but no, I've heard the story is apparently very. It's either okay. I've heard the story described as either a very okay or just actually just subpar bad. Not offensively bad. just not very good.
Yeah, I think it's you know, because Doom players are usually more used to just going in, fighting, more fighting. Obviously, you get a little bit of story here and there, but the game's not really about the story. It's about you beating the bosses with guns.
Mhm.
So it's just boss raid after boss raid, and you just having fun doing that. And now they actually have to pay attention to a whole bunch of story instead of
Well, a
going
hunter
out and
story that
finding
it
it.
just unfortunately isn't good though, because I kind of like watched, I kind of like somewhat like I watched a review and they went over the story a little more in depth, not like super in depth, but like, they had a segment on it. And it's just like the story is very generic. It's not very, it's a very bland story. So it's just like kind of like we're adding story into a game that doesn't really ever do story a lot, but we're not. It's not good. It's not particularly good. It's kind of just like so meh. So it doesn't end up really feeling that great, right? You know?
Well, I don't know. I'll have to check. I'll have to check out more of it. I've seen a little bit of it. From what I've seen, it was fine, except for all the cutscenes and except for the amount of cutscenes I saw in it. Because I was just like, one thing I can definitely tell that people are that the actual like, original Doom fans are not gonna like is all these cutscenes interrupting their time shooting things. That was one of the things I was like, they're not gonna like that. And it'll be the same thing with Borderlands. I feel like Borderlands 4 is going to have a bit more cutscenes, especially considering the fact that in the trailer you literally see your character like jerking out and like being more involved in the story. Our characters are actually going to be part of the story now, it seems. So like, in the cutscenes and stuff, our characters are going to be in those cutscenes instead of it being like, just the original group of all hunters talking to each other. It's
I
going to be
mean,
the
I think
original and
that's
us now.
fine. They might. I think honestly, Borderlands fans probably wouldn't care that much.
It's not. I don't think we. I don't really care that much either. But I'm saying if it becomes too heavy with it, it'll give that same Doom effect where it's like where we're more used to like hearing the story as we're shooting things. Now it'll break us away from our shooting to just hear story. If it starts doing that,
I
that's where.
think Theories are doing that now.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know. It just depends on how much of it they do it. I would say
Yeah, I suppose.
it, it is what the real thing is, because it's a looter shooter. That's what most people are here for. They love the gameplay. They love the lore. I love the lore personally, because I'm a fiend for it. Like give me anything for Borderlands and I will fiend for it. Tell me this character backstory and I will hunt for it. I will. But yeah, but that's always been like the main gimmick is like if you want the extra content, you had to go search for it. Oh, you want more? Find it. Actually, pick up your controller and go find it, you scrub. And that's what's
Yeah, a lot
always
of
been
story,
like
all the extra storytelling, especially the stuff within 3, was the extra little pieces.
yeah, because
Well, yeah,
if
you
you hunt,
actually too. That would be a lot. So their games did a lot of storytelling in their side quests and whatnot. But the
yeah,
Hollow, what are they called again? The,
Hollow Bash.
is that what the little tapes are called? Right?
Hmm.
You know the little tapes that you like, you would
Oh yeah, echologs.
Echologs. There you go. Thank you.
Yeah, those things are always fun to find, and I love what's going on in Borderlands 4 because in the pre-sequel, the Watcher came to us telling us of an impending war, and we thought that was going to be Borderlands 3, but this war seems to be Borderlands 4 that it was talking about, where it said we need all the ball hunters we can get. And now we're fighting the Timekeeper, which was teased in Borderlands 3. So yeah,
Honestly, I don't even know what
literally
was teased.
all the stuff that's happened to now has already been stated and already been established. It's just now it's coming to fruition.
Where was that even teased? Because honestly, I don't remember the Timekeeper off the top of my head. It's been so long since I played the 3.
That was in an Echo log in Borderlands 3.
You're like aware at all?
Not where, no, but I do remember if you complete the Nereids Echolog story, it's in there where she mentions where she was traveling with the Iridians and saw hundreds of wonders throughout the universe. She saw things like the Grave Ward, the Destroyer, the Timekeeper. She was saying,
Oh, okay.
yeah, it was in one of those. I can send you a link to the video that tells of it. Because yeah, this stuff was teased at a while ago, which is what I really appreciate about Borderlands, is that most of the stuff that they introduce is stuff that was either already talked about or stuff that just connects to their stories and whatnot. That their stuff just connects pretty smoothly and well, and I will always appreciate that. Even if
Fair enough.
people don't agree with me about Borderlands being good, I love Borderlands, and honestly, I am willing to spend $80 on Borderlands. And in all honesty, I probably am willing to spend $100 on GTA 6. So I'm just gonna say, I feel like GTA 6 is gonna be $100.
I probably will not be buying GTA 6.
I understand, but I might. And to my surprise, Marion said he may not buy Night Rain, and I was so surprised to hear that. Because he's been the biggest advocate for Elden Ring, and now he's saying he might not buy Night Rain, and that shocked me, honestly. He says it doesn't look that fun to him compared to the actual Elden Ring, and
We does have like
shook
all
me.
the loadouts and stuff, so maybe we just didn't interest him. That just didn't.
Yeah, maybe. Well, things happen. All right, back to the gameplay because I've interrupted. While you do whatever it is with that Alpha Now has planned for you, I shall endeavor to track down our treacherous brass blade. And when I do, you may rest assured that we will have our answer. All right, is Alpha Now back in? Oh, he's back in the Waking Sands. Okay.
I pray thee return to the waking sands.
Let's use our Vesper Bay ticket. So that's why we have tickets for Vesper Bay, because there's no. Oh, I don't
Yeah,
know
'cause
why I
there's no
just
ether.
realized that. I'm an idiot.
Yeah, that didn't exist when the game first came out or was released. They didn't release that until they didn't give tickets till a little after, because they realized, shit, we keep sending them to a location without an ether, right?
And I just realized the reason why we have the tickets is because that's actually pretty clever. Okay, Final Fantasy. Okay, Square Enix. Now make another original Final Fantasy and stop making remakes. That's what I gotta say.
You know, they come
Give
out,
me
like,
Final
16 or whatever.
Fantasy 17.
When did 16 come out again?
Like 2 or 3 years ago at this point.
Yeah, fucking wait, bro. Give it some time, man. Give them some goddamn time.
No,
Good Lord.
they're giving me Final Fantasy 8 remake. Shut that shit down. The remakes haven't done that good anyway. So give me Final Fantasy 17.
Remake's doing fine. What you talking
Thank
about?
you. Huh?
Remake's doing fine. What do you mean?
It's doing a bit over here, but in Japan, where they're home based at, it's not meeting their expectations that they want. And I remember Square Enix literally making a declaration that they're done making quantity of games and are focusing on quality from now on, because their remake and 16 apparently didn't do the numbers that they wanted it to do. They wanted it to be bigger than what it
Let
was.
me tell you right now, never when it comes to any multi-million-dollar company, the phrase "it did not do the numbers we want to do it," never pay attention to that number. That number is the most never paid attention to number. Like any normal person is like, shut the fuck up. Literally, you literally go and look, call it Rebirth. It was the highest selling newest game for like in its first weeks. What to call it? It did what it calls like the 14th most downloaded game in North America. It was the most downloaded game on PlayStation in Japan, which remember in Japan, there's like maybe two. They sold like single digit Xboxes one year, so Xbox doesn't fucking exist over there. And then Nintendo, it's like also Nintendo had. If you only have a Nintendo device, well, you aren't even in the game. You're not even in this race. So don't. Like it's doing fun, brother. It's doing amazing. It's just not. It's just I think the difference is, it's not like it's never gonna probably reach the Elden Ring heights where people won't shut the fuck up about it. It's an RPG.
Yeah, and it probably won't reach the height of its original release because obviously that thing has become monumentous at this point.
Well, yeah, I mean, yeah, that's just like an effort. I think that's like a combination of just like it's a completely different time now. It's like there was less to play. And again, it's a good game. I think it is a good game. I love it. It's like so there was less to play. It came out at a really good thing. It came out with PlayStation 2, right?
Yeah, it came out. It came out in literally Final Fantasy VII was made in 1999. Literally,
it's a much different like time. I would say so.
Like
term, so
5 years before I was born.
And now there's like way more games now to go on about.
Like you could get Final Fantasy on the PSP. I miss the PSP, man. I want that shit back, bro.
I wanted a PSP. My cousin had one, and I played his for a bit.
But man, if they make a PSP now, I know that thing's gonna be like $200, $300, $400.
Well, I don't think it's like
You get a Steam Deck.
Yeah, it's kind of like either get a Steam Deck or if it's, PlayStation releases their own version of Steam Deck. I think it could be successful because it's just I think people have moved to like, because I feel like here's the thing, right? With that, especially with that, like nowadays, it's like half the reason I feel like they also don't like do like they make like 3DS and stuff anymore. It's just like, okay, either we can like make a game. Like, sorry, I was doing something. It's like the idea of just like, okay, we're gonna tell a developer to make a game for the for the PSP2 or whatever, right? But like that game probably isn't gonna be able to be put on like anything else. Like unless it's like level of Steam Deck, what do you call it? Something like that. I feel like that's a hard sell for developers. It's probably the really main idea thing, I think.
Yeah, that's true. It's a whole lot of things that go into this stuff. But portable systems will always be like cool, but it's especially now that they have to compete with phones and other things like that. Whereas before it was just like, oh yeah, some entertainment on the road, your video games on the road. That was revolutionary when it first started. And I miss the. Yeah, it definitely was, and I miss my old DS and stuff.
Studios are like actually okay with. Studios are actually okay with. Oh. Darn it! That was really unfortunate timing. Sorry, studios are actually okay with like these idea of like not releasing on all this, like all the stuff. Nowadays, it's just like no one wants to like release unless they're like releasing on all like consoles and stuff. Or consoles, like unless you're like Nintendo, unless your name's like Nintendo.
Fair.
You hate
but speaking of Nintendo, we still need to get that Mario Party going. And speaking of Nintendo, we still need to play some old Wii games. I'm finna I'm gonna bust those things out again. I wanna. You know what? You know what? I'm gonna make a Skylander stream soon. That's what I'm
Skylanders,
gonna.
good lord, I haven't heard of I haven't thought of Skylanders in forever.
Exactly. We're gonna go to GameStop and buy some Skylanders, bro.
I still have all my Skylanders. They're just gathering dust in the garage.
Like, we're gonna play Skylanders Trap Team. Pause.
God, there is no pause to that. What do you mean?
It's a trap, bro. You've never seen that robot chicken?
No, I know what that means, but there's no pause to that. What do you mean? It was a normal sentence.
Have you not seen the Skylanders robot chicken meme where it's like, watch out, Strike Force is a trap. You get it? As soon as the dude went to go with Strike Force, it was not what he expected.
Reality is not what you expect.
Because she was a trap.
Well, I get it. I just never
Alright,
heard,
look.
never heard of that till now. I'll be honest.
Yeah, that's what it was. Anyways, back to Final Fantasy.
Yeah, I was waiting for you to do that.
Jordan, go ahead, take it away.
Hmm?
Yep, it's you.
Sorry, I'm in the middle of. What's that?
Mm-hmm.
You just read for a second about something. What's that?
Alright. You are late. No matter. I know where our visitors are headed. From what I have been able to gather, this vessel belongs to a band of Domans who seek an audience with the Sultana. You are familiar with Doma, yes? In Oathheart. Well, like the rest of the nations of the Eastern Continent, it is ruled by the Guardian. Given our visitors' unannounced arrival, as well as the state of their ship, I suspect they did not under the best circumstances. Needless to say, I should be very interested to hear their tale. And more importantly, what they know of the current state of affairs in the Empire. Such information could prove most useful. We would be fools not to pursue this opportunity, do you not think? Come with me to Ul'dah. You, unless I am mistaken, and I am rarely mistaken, we will find the Domans bickering a sultan sworn on the royal promenade. You are uncertain of your role in the proceedings? Insurance. If our guests are not themselves Imperial agents, it seems fair to assume that they may be being pursued by some. And if not, who better than you to have on the event of an unforeseen diplomatic incident? Besides, I do so enjoy your sparkling repartee. Satisfied? Good. I shall see you in Ul'dah. Alright. To all my children. Do 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 do.
I'm curious to see at what point if you ever try a ranged character, what you end up trying. So I'm just curious when you try a ranged character, what you'll play.
What range character will I play? Oh yeah, I have Archer right now.
That's gonna be doing Bard. Well, I'm just wondering because you unlock other ones later on. I'm just curious. You know?
Oh yeah, there is machinists and stuff like that. Yeah, that's true.
Just machinist.
Ranged.
this dancer. We need some more. The bigger damage boy. The boot group.
Alchemist Guild.
Alright. That was really instant. It's crazy. Queuing DPS for things and I'm getting insta-queued into a trial. I still need the Relic Reborn.
Warning, the palace is currently off limits. By order of His Highness, King Black. It matters not how many times you ask. Without the necessary permissions, none shall pass.
None shall.
Pray understand, good sir. We have not the leisure to lodge a formal petition. Time is of the essence. All I ask is that you summon your superior. Allow me to plead my case. Surely you can grant us that small kindness. Away with you, and darken those doors no longer. And darken these doors no longer. I will not ask again. You know not what you do.
So,
I gather your pleas fell upon deaf ears. A loyal man with a cold heart. I know his kind well. I hope that you will find me more to your liking. Alphanor Levier. At your service, a friend. Which I believe makes me very nearly unique in this part of the world. At least, few indeed are your allies in Ulda. Yet you will need some if you wish to endear yourselves to the wealthy and powerful. Pray join me and my associate to the quicksand. There you may explain your situation to us, and we shall see if there is aught we can do to help. Man, it's been a while since we've been to a quicksand, huh?
was that the friend? Yeah.
I believe that.
Falkland? Question? Falkland. Okay, cool. No. Water down, you sure? We're down the Falklands. Okay, well. Okay, 2 things Falkland. Did I not? One moment. Let's see what's that. Did I not add this to my list? Voice dialogue. Ooh.
Darlian Empire, as I'm sure you are aware. When the War of Succession broke out in Garlemald, we espied an opportunity to free ourselves from the yoke of imperial oppression and took up arms. Only to be crushed. And so I gathered what few domans escaped the reckoning and guided them hither to your shores.
A war of succession? Then the Emperor... Forgive me. You said that Doma was under Imperial rule, did you not?
Doma is gone. Razed to the ground as an example to the other provinces.
12 have mercy. And your people?
On a ship anchored in Vesper Bay, flying borrowed colors. Many were complicit in the rebellion, or akin to those who were. They will not come ashore until I send word that it is safe to do so. I sought an audience with your rulers, but was summarily refused.
The lords of Ul'dah are not wont to entertain foreign refugees without suitable encouragement.
Mayhap I was
That
foolish
they
to
are
expect
not.
otherwise. But our supplies run low and we have young ones in urgent need of care. I have seen the tents outside the gates, however. We are not the first to seek asylum, nor will we be the last.
Be that as it may, Ul'dah is no friend to Garlemald. Your tale would stir the hearts of many men and women here. The Sultana and the Syndicate will not be so easily swayed, but I shall see that you are granted an opportunity to plead your case.
This is within your power?
Well, far be it from me to boast, but I do have the ear of certain influential individuals.
I am in your debt.
Is
Lady Yugiri,
very
forgive
weird
me for
to hear
observing, but your choice of
to hear
attire
the-
seems like to evoke
the original
feelings
voice
of
actor.
mistrust.
for Alphanod.
Men are wont to
Just
fear
because, simply
unfamiliar.
because he, since
I know this
pretty much
from
all the voice
experience.
actors for pretty much all the characters, well, barring a few, and well, Tatara because she never had one, got entirely replaced come Heaven's Ward. It's very weird to still hear them because
I shall
they're
defer to
still
your
their new voice
experience,
actors.
then.
I thank you for
Better,
your
even,
understanding.
or even further with Alphanod's voice actor. I forget his name right now.
It seems I have urgent business
been
with
playing
the
through the
Flame
game.
General. I leave our guests
For the
in your
first time, I
capable
think.
hands.
I don't know. I think he's been playing the game for the first time. Yeah, I think he's in Heaven's Ward, either that or Star Stormblood. I forget where he is. He's been there, which is kind of interesting to see the voice actor go ahead and do that. Being a little bit neat.
If I may, sir, as I said earlier, we have been at sea for some several moons, and our supplies are all but spent. I have not the heart to repeat the tales of our tribulations, nor would it please you to listen to them. I think, suffice it to say, however, sacrifices have been made. Though it shames me to beg for more when you have already offered so much, desperation compels me. Gentle sir, if you or your associates could spare any provisions, anything at all, it would go a long way to lessen the suffering of my people. I can spare something.
How about that? Yeah, just tell me whenever you want me to read next, by the way.
Oh, okay. Oh, I didn't really... Yeah, most definitely. You can read this part.
Hells, why don't you say sooner, you? Of course I'll help. You couldn't have picked a better day, to tell the truth. A wealthy merchant and his entourage were due to have a banquet here at the, here on the morrow. But send word they can't come. Meaning I've got a boatload of foodstuff and no one to feed. Best of all, they paid for the lot in advance. Haha! That sounded so bad. I was just reading that. I was just reading it. I wasn't even thinking about the laugh. Go on and call on Frieder in Catherine at the Sapphire Avenue Exchange. Tell him to ship the Little Prince's order to the Waking Sand. Oh, and if they argue, just show them those letters. That should set them straight. Daring Harrier is, I think, right here.
Dang, the Waking Sands is always full.
Oh, that's because the RP, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I guess it's a popular tourist spot.
I recently learned, so like there's a text people put in their like their little like bio stuff thing, and I guess that makes it so other people can see their like visual mod changes. And because I had seen it in people's text, and I was like, oh, it's just for RP. It's just like some text that for meaning that has something to do with RP. But I didn't know what it is. But I only just learned recently what it is. So when people want to increase their honkers on their character or with some other change, that's how they make it so other everyone who also has mods or whatever can see that kind of stuff. Have you ever seen like screenshots of people doing like stuff, and for some you'll look at a female character, it's just like, oh, but something looks wrong about that character. Like their ass is bigger than it should be, their tits are massive, and you're like, what's
No, I have not seen that.
Oh, I've just like seeing I just see screenshots of people on like Twitter. Like it's not even here. It's not even like it's supposed to be lewd. It's just literally them like taking like a group picture or something, right? Taking a group picture. I don't know, because like there's literally like a whole like I think there's like a whole like it's called G posing or whatever, right? In games, people take the. Actually, I don't know what G posing is, but that's just literally that's just people just taking like pictures and whatnot in game, and, like putting them up with shaders and whatnot. A lot of that kind of shenanigans, right?
Okay.
Yeah, and then you'll be like, oh, these are cool. Oh, that's a really cool destination. And you're like, wait a minute. Something's not right.
Something is not right here. Hold up. Wait a minute. Something ain't right.
Disturbance in the force.
Alright. Jordan, this is you.
She's in the business of feeding refugees now. I ain't normally one to question Mistress Momodi's judgment. That doesn't seem wise to me. I will not speak for the children, but if you ask me, any man who can't earn a crust deserves to go hungry.
My, that's a rather odd request. Mayhap you misheard her instruction. You know, you shouldn't encourage them like this. They'll start to expect it. You mark my words. Like, I understand why they were talking like this. Because, all of it. Because, I don't know. dealing with refugees is always something that's so sensitive in my opinion, because it's like it's something that needs to be handled well with care.
Hmm?
You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Like you don't want to just turn people away, but when you can't help someone, you can't help them.
Well,
It's,
yeah,
it's
like, the thing with
always,
refugees is always an aspect of, how would you call it, like the easiest one that you want to look at. In this game, I think goes over it at some point. It's just like, how can you how can you take care of refugees when you can't, when like like if people's basic necessities in your own country aren't being made, like I don't know, America's very easy. Look at that, like or like places in Europe where it's just like we can't really accept refugees, or we not really not accepting refugees, just like. And then you want to look at them and be like, wow, you're terrible people for not accepting refugees. Like, bro, the cost of living or my food is ridiculous. I can't be I can't be shelling out money for refugees. I gotta feed my family.
yeah,
Like, how am I gonna feel sorry for them if I can't, I gotta feel sorry for myself.
yeah. Like I said, it's always going to be this whole thing with it. But there's no easy. These are just one of those things where it's like there's no easy solution. Already, Jordan.
No. They don't give you any trouble. They didn't give you any trouble, did they? Good. Now tell them Lady Yagiri, it's all in hand.
I I dared not hope for such mag magnanimity, much less expect it. Mistress Mermodi is generous indeed. I shall be sure to thank her most humbly. All right.
What am I off not?
Yep.
Lady Yagiri, I briefed the Flame General on your situation. I think you'll be pleased with his reply.
We have been granted an audience.
Before the Sultana and the Syndicate both, we should return to the Royal Permad at once.
You have done much for us, Master Alphanod. I swear we shall return the favor. Jordan.
Naught is owed, Lady Giri. Naught is owed. Lady Giri for naught has been given. This small favor you fairly won with your words, and it is with words you must win the favor of the Syndicate.
Then I shall choose them with care.
You will be accompanying us, yes? Good, your presence may serve to remind the Syndicate of the true meaning of philanthropy, and that nothing so unpalpable will be required of them, assuming the Domans are willing to earn their keep. Come, the Flame General will wait us at the Royal Promenade. Got made some more space.
He needs more space.
I still need to do the quest for the. Still need to do the quest for the event. casino music started playing because I think the event thing was over there, where you just were. Right.
I remember one time I was watching a video, right? And on my laptop I got a ad for Final. I was watching a video about 14's art style, and I got an ad about playing Final Fantasy 14. I'm just like, brother,
I have gotten more ads for playing 14 than I ever had than when I never played it. When I didn't play it, I pretty much got no ads. But now that I play it, ads. It's like, brother, you already have it. I already play it, bro.
like there's nothing more you can grasp from me.
One.
A pleasure, you. The others are already inside. Let's not keep them waiting.
I should like to present to you the finest treasures our humble nation has to offer. Alas, the circumstances which have brought me here today have divested me of both time and dignity. I come before you as a pauper in direst need of aid, to request that you grant my people asylum.
I'm Nanamo, 17th in the line of Ul. Welcome you to our city. Be at ease, Lady Yugiri.
Such a lost child.
Although I myself have heard the tale of your misfortune, I would ask that you recount it once more for the benefit of the others here present.
As you wish, Your Grace. For many years, my nation, Domar, suffered under the yoke of imperial rule, and my people yearned to be free. Thus, when a war of succession broke out in Garlemald, we sought to take advantage of the chaos and reclaim our liberty. Alas, our enemy proved less preoccupied than we had hoped, and our rebellion was put down in the most brutal fashion.
Those who survived, how many do they number?
Push my chair up a bit.
More than 200 souls huddle within the cramped confines of our own galleon's hold. Yet this figure accounts for but one of a number of ships which escaped the purge. It is my hope that you will allow us all to dwell within your walls. Should that prove unfeasible, however, I humbly ask that you accept as many of my people as your resources allow. Pray understand, we do not beg a boon, but propose instead an arrangement. We would serve as soldiers or tradesmen until our debt is repaid.
What are the Syndicate's opinions on this matter?
I, for one, think it's a marvelous idea. Lady Yugiri and her people strike me as an industrious lot, and there are parts of the city which have yet to be fully restored. If they are willing to work, I see no reason not to let them.
The head of the Mirage Trust is not known for his generosity. He sees profit in this.
I agree. That said, these are foreign refugees. To admit them would require a formal resolution. Shall we call a vote?
The law is the law.
Lord Lolorito?
Tell me, are you blind or willfully ignorant? Even now, our streets are choked with the displaced victims of the Calamity and Alamigan refugees. They live hand to mouth, subsisting on aid provided by the immortal flames, the cost of which grows ever higher. The wealth of Ul'dah is not without limits, my friends. And need I remind you that these refugees are prone to violence and criminal activity? You have all read the reports, I think. Without homes or employment, it is only a matter of time before men grow desperate and take that which they imagine has been unjustly denied them. Yet, knowing this, you would have us swell their ranks. Mayhap you think the brass blades and the flames are not hard-pressed enough?
Some say the chairman of the East Aldenard Trading Company passes Gil thrice daily. This may explain how he came to be the wealthiest man in Ul'dah. Or it may simply be that he's ruthless beyond reckoning.
Surely the Sultanate can support the few hundred domins Lady Yugiri represents. That our resources have been taxed, I do not deny. But we are hardly in danger of financial collapse. I move that an exception be made.
An exception, Your Grace? I am suddenly reminded of a similar debate some years ago regarding a number of Alamigan refugees, if memory serves. What were your words that day? Yes. The law is the law. And so our visitors remained in Little Alamigo. Mayhap our wise and benevolent Sultana would be so good as to enlighten us as to which other of our laws should not be upheld.
Mind your tongue, Lolorito.
My lord, I share your concern for the welfare of our great nation, but we must endeavor to take a longer view. You know as well as I that people can be a resource still more precious than gil.
Precious or not, they were never yet so reliable. And unlike those who frequent your establishment, I have no desire to gamble with my future. Ul'dah's greatest asset is, and has ever been, her material wealth. We risk this at our peril. One need only look to Teleji Adeleji's example for evidence of the danger in allowing sentiment to dictate policy. How far the vaunted Mirage have fallen, both in repute and profitability, since he began employing refugees.
How I choose to conduct my affairs is not your concern, my lord.
A proposal has been tabled. Given its urgency, I move we forego further debate and call a vote. To accept the Doman refugees or not. Those in favor, I bid you remain. Those opposed, I bid you leave.
that it were within my power to welcome you and your people, Lady Yugiri. As you have observed, however, my authority in such matters is regrettably limited. Without the consent of the Syndicate, I cannot act.
I understand, Your Grace, and I appreciate all that you have done on our behalf.
The nerve of the man! If that bastard had not forsaken the eastern trade route, little Alamigo would now be thriving. Oh, that you should have traveled so far under such dire circumstances, only to be refused in this manner is utterly unconscionable. Pray, accept my sincerest apologies.
Now that the Empire no longer poses an immediate threat, they see little reason to maintain the pretense of unity. The Monitorists have grown especially defiant of late. Lord Lolorito most of all. But this is neither the time nor place for that discussion.
As you observe, Lolorito is not afraid to speak his mind, nor is he like to change it.
Oh, I got a nosebleed. I'll be back.
Okay. Oft have I wondered how a man the worth of things should be so incapable of seeing the value of it. Bah. I will waste no more words on it. Not when the dumb are yet in need of aid. Everyone follow me to the The Syndicate has spoken, and I see no point in moving that the matter be The monsters have made their position clear. Agreed. Ulda is not an option. Nor are Lamenta Lamosa or Gridania, I judge, given the state of their internal affairs. Which leaves our Doman friends confined to a ship. Gods, the thought of them huddled in an airless hold with no hope of better treatment. Would that I had more time to find an alternative, a place not bound by concerns of the great nations. Minfilia, this is precisely what I wish to discuss. I understand the Syndicate's decision. I do. We all wish to preserve that which is ours, especially when we believe it to be under siege. but I cannot meekly accept this judgment, not while my people suffer. Would it be out of the question for the Sultanate to accept us for a limited time? A week mayhap, or even just a few days. Excellent. I shall keep you informed. Lady Yagiri, I have a proposal if you would hear it. Out with it, Master Alphanod. The headquarters in my order, the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, stands in a place called Reverence Toll, an outpost in Mordona. Like most outposts, it is frequented by mercenaries and other men of action, and lacks the comforts of more well-established settlements. However, the leader of Reverence Toll have been doing their change that. To that end, they have need of able-bodied individuals with frontier hands, hard labor, less you doubt, with naught save food and shelter by way of reward. Terms not unlike those self-proposed, Lady Yagiri. Though I will not hear a word said against our beloved Ul'dah, Reverend Toll would offer certain advantages, the absence of unhelpful bureaucracy being the most obvious. If they can accommodate us, we shall gladly accept. Master Alphanod, once again I find myself in your debt. Pray do not thank me, my lady. The life your people go to is one of hard labor and few comforts. As I told you, and before that, there remains the matter of how they may be safely borne to Reverence Toll, which will be no small feat, considering the distance and their present condition. Mayhap the Ul'danan Adventurers Guild can be of assistance. Look for me there anon, you. Lady Yagiri, if you and your people would accompany me, we may discuss what aid the Immortal Flames can provide. We are concerned that the Doman refugees may find the journey to Reverence Toll too much to bear. Too long have they been sequestered aboard their ship, with insufficient supplies and scarce room enough to breathe, let alone stretch their limbs. Within that, with that in mind, Mistress Modi has kindly offered to accommodate the Domans until such time as they are ready to set out for Mordona. Those healthy enough to travel will embark as soon as transportation has been secured, while those too weak to leave at once will be permitted to stay until they regain their strength.
All right,
What news?
I'm back.
Hey, you okay?
Yeah, I'm good. I think it was just the nose. Just I think it was. I I don't know. I think I cracked my nose or something. Or wait, I was like wrinkling my nose. You know.
Hmm.
I think I maybe just like caught something. I've always been like semi-prone to nosebleeds, so it's not like actually like that surprising.
Okay, okay. Uh, I'm probably gonna end at 12 anyway. You know, a good 2 hours. But
Yeah.
we're slowly making our way towards Leviathan.
Yes, we are indeed. Because what quest are we on right now?
We're helping the Dorma make their way to Reverend's Toll.
I'll look out, see what it is. I'll just see what it is. Okay, hello cat. I'll just see what it is when you're out. I'm curious how close you are to the next thing. Next milestone. I'll see what it is. Just you finish your cutscene. I'll see. I'm not gonna tell you. I'm gonna leave you in suspense. I want to see.
Yeah.
I'm curious.
Transportation remains our greatest obstacle, General. Is there aught the immortal flames can do? I fear that exceeds our mandate. Were it a smaller number, mayhap it would go unnoticed. But the Syndicate will not bear the escorting more than 200 Domans to Mordona. When government fails to act, the responsibility falls to us private citizens. I will engage the services of the 77 caravans on the Dolmen's behalf. Very well. We shall begin contract negotiations once. Your generosity is most welcome, my lord. After all that has befallen these good people, it is the least I can do. Is that in here? Yes, the piece. It is the least I can do. Come what may, you shall ever be a friend in Ul'dah, Lady Yugi. And you in Reverend's Toll, my lord. Do you want to try reading or do you
Yeah,
or do you
sure.
want to stop? Okay, you want
Well,
to
it
do
sounds like we
okay.
have work to do, Lady Yuguri. Let's put our heads together and settle the details of our arrangement, shall we? I would entrust the task of escorting our Doman friend. That's our friends to you. After you arrested our road-weary legs, of course. What say you?
As we speak, the dormants prepare for departure to Vesper Bay, wherefrom they will be transported by carriage to Ul'dah. That said, this has all been decided rather suddenly, and it would not surprise me if the refugees required some assistance in coordinating their preparations. I would have you return to Vesper Bay and facilitate the process through tasks great and small. In short, whatever must needs be done, do it. Speak with a man named Hozan when you arrive. As Lady Agiri tells it, he has been designated the leader of the first group. Okay. Requesting we will go undo this cursed plane. Do 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 as we climb up this incline plane.
Tenzin? Tenzin, 'tis I!
Alright, I'll give hose on to you,
I
Jordan.
beg of you.
Greetings. Alphanod informed me that
You
a
gave me the
scion
strength to
would
rise
be
from the
arriving to
ashes.
help with the preparations. I am honored to meet you, though shamed as well. A great warrior should not be tasked with such trivialities. I knew from a glance what manner of man you were. I too have some skill at arms, as do many of our people. Pray forgive this trifle, but might I trouble you to help round up the children? They have been given into my care. They are most adequate at staying hidden from my sight, but perhaps your keen eyes will succeed where I have failed. You have my thanks, friend. Pray seek out my son Yozan. He can tell you more. Okay. So we're doing one of these things. Oh, hello there. I'm Yozan, son of Hozan. Will you be coming with us to Ul'dah? I hear we're traveling by horsebird, drawn carriage. But don't you think they're queer? Giant birds that people ride like horses. I still want to try riding one, but... What's that? You're looking for the others? Don't worry, I already told them to get ready for the...
Who messaged you?
Uh,
Oh, someone's trying to solicit you to an FC for something.
nope. Should I type in it?
You can't really respond to them because you're free trial, so you can't actually really respond to them.
Oh, I can't respond to them?
Yeah.
Tenzin?
Get ready for the
Tenzin, 'tis
carriages.
I! Sheathe your sword,
I'll
I
need
beg
your
of
help
you.
though. We were just finishing a game of hide and seek. 3 players are still in hiding, and since Lady Yagiri told us to take it really seriously, they
You
won't
gave
move
me
until
the
they're
strength
found.
to rise
But
from
Vesper
the
Bay
ashes.
isn't that big, so I bet you can find them in no time. It sucks that this is gonna be one of the last missions for today, but this is how we're ending today. Alright, let's find these little
Literally.
let's find these little tykes.
On Yuguri's game.
Tenzin? Tenzin, 'tis I! Sheathe your sword, I beg of you!
Alright, I'll leave this one to you.
You gave me the strength to rise from the ashes!
Hey, you're not Yozen. Who are you? Kaharu Valhalla. Got it there. A second. You just read it. One moment. I'm
Okay.
getting something.
Yep. After I finish this, I'm sign off for tonight. I didn't know anyone else was. Wait a minute. You're one of those stallions, aren't you? No, scions. Then you must know Lady Yagiri, right? Isn't she great? She's really good at hide and seek, too. Oh, right. It's almost time to go. Nice to meet you, Valhalla.
Oh, this is a mission where you have to go find the kids.
Yep. Are you playing? Ah, no fair. Yozan didn't say anything about adults. Huh? We get to ride a horsebird carriage. I don't know. It sounds scary, but if Yozan says it's safe, I'll go.
Tenzin? Tenzin, 'tis I! Sheathe your sword, I beg of you!
Alright, come out, wherever you are. Stop hiding.
You gave me the strength to rise from the ashes!
It's time to go, little one. there he is. How do you find me? Bah, guess I need to practice more. Or maybe you're just good at this. I mean, the Garleans didn't find me. Ugh. Okay, so Comcast has done a weekly test of the emergency alert system.
Wait, what? You say?
The alert system went off. A weekly alert system. It was a test. And that means my saved video that I had on my TV. That is great. I was gonna watch that. Alright. Wonderful. All the children are counted. Hide and seek. Ah, I see that you are curious. It's quite simple, really.
I could not bear to lose you again.
Lady Aguirre thought it best that children know what to do in case the Garlands found us. I should hope that those days are behind us, but I nevertheless take comfort in knowing that we are prepared. Alrighty. I think we did a good little amount. Was how many missions did I complete just now?
Trust in me, my love. I will protect you. I promise.
Why we adventure?
Please, my love. If only you would listen.
Let's see. Give me a sec.
Yep, no problem.
That's a good question. I actually don't have any missions.
I think I got through at least 7 or 8 today.
Why do you do this? Hearken to my melody.
Alright, so why we adventure, and we started, I want to say, what did we say on, like, on gift? What did we start on again? Because we did regicide, we did select the regicide, some properties, the primal, so I think we did gift. So, give or take, we did about 8 missions? 8 or 7 missions?
Dang. Only? And you said we had 80 missions.
That was like, it was a little less, it was like 70, I think it was like high 70.
Still, we only did 8 missions? Dang, I need to step it up next time. Alright. Tomorrow I'm gonna try to grind. And that's gonna be, tomorrow's gonna be my last big push for it. I'm gonna wake up earlier and do my homework and be ready for tomorrow. I hope this little moment was fun. I had a little fun because I realized what's going to be at the end of this. So I'm ready, so I'm more motivated to get to it. I'm way more motivated now. I'm hyped for Leviathan. I'm going to make it there.
Leviathan's a very fun fight. It's gonna be such an extreme. It's actually not a very hard extreme, I would say, but it's a very fun extreme is the best way to put it.
To my melody.
Yes, yes.
does have cliffs, so if you're missing all the edges on Titan after that, there will be more in it, so don't worry.
Oh, that's fun. We'll be fine. We'll be fine. But once we get through that, oh man, that's gonna be a great moment. Getting through Leviathan. But I am tired now. I said I was going to go from 10 to 12 because I was like, you know, a good 2 hours, stay up to midnight tonight. Yeah.
I was like, we have. I'm trying to think of how many. So we were at Why We Adventures. So I'm just gonna see how many missions we have to Leviathan. I'm not gonna say it out loud, but we don't have too long. You're not too far off from Leviathan.
Okay, cool.
I can't wait to do the extreme for that one. That one will be fun. We need to get
That
him
one will
to
be
go
very
ahead
fun.
and himself move so he can be ready for it as well.
Yes.
And
Yes.
after that, we can do. Oh no, wait, because then we have. No, the next patch actually isn't. Okay, the next patch is Defenders of ARRs. Yeah, that one is not the one I'm thinking of. But the patch after that, which the last patch, which is I think the lead-in. Oh no, okay, that's not the last patch. But the patch Dreams of Ice. That's the one I can't wait for. I love the extreme for that one. You can go ahead and take a gander at what it might be, based off the name. But
Wait, what was the name of it?
Dreams of Ice.
Oh.
Tenson,
Okay.
Tenson's his eye. Sheathe your
I can't
sword,
wait to
I
fight
beg
her
of
now.
you.
So wait, is she also in this last 80 missions as well?
Is who? Sorry, you said.
Is Shiva also in these last missions as well?
You gave me the strength to rise from the ashes.
She. Sorry, what was the exact question you said? I didn't quite hear it.
Is Shiva also in these last missions as well, or is she a separate thing from Realm Reborn?
No, she's in Rome.
Oh, she's in a Realm Reborn.
Yeah, she's in Rome Reborn.
Oh my goodness! So I get Leviathan and her? Oh, I'm happy.
Two very fun fights, by the way. Those are like some of my favorite fights.
Oh, I can't wait to smite her. All right. Pause. I feel like I should pause that for some reason. I don't know why. I mean, we all know how I meant it, but it's like I still feel like I should pause that. Oh, and a funny thing today, I ended up talking to a 10-year-old at my church, and this man was like he knew all my lingo, and I was so disturbed by it. I ain't never been disturbed like that in my life. I swear. Like he was talking exactly like how I would expect a person like 17 to talk. I'm just like, yo, what was going on? And I accidentally cursed in the church as well because I got so.
Yeah, you're getting excommunicated.
Nah, but I said the N word and I was, oh man, that really slipped.
How loud? How loud? I might ask.
Yes, but no one else heard
Yes.
it besides the
Yeah,
one.
you're in.
I could not bear to lose you again.
But no one else heard it besides the ones at the table. But I did not mean to say that, and I was just like, oh shoot, I can't believe I said that. And I was like, all right, I'm leaving this jit and leaving this table.
I think I gotta go. I gotta take a walk.
Yeah. Yep, I had to leave. But what's going on with children nowadays, bro? Like why are they talking like this? That's crazy. I ain't never
Yeah,
seen
man.
like it's just insane to me.
Trust in me, my love. I will protect
That's
you,
all
I
I'm trying to say.
promise.
It's kind of insane to me. Like who taught them these words?
Please, my love. If only you would listen.
Oh yeah, stream, get out of here. Like
Okay. turn off stream.
Yeah, I just turned off stream. But that's my own question. Who taught them these words?
All I ever wanted was for you and I to...
Why is Sandy asking for my appendix?
Sorry, what?
Sandy said, "Give me your appendix, and I'll think about giving you."
Oh, and okay, so like my mind when I heard Sandy was thinking of SpongeBob, and like, huh? What's this guy going on?
Yeah,
about?
her name is actually Sandy, and it's very fitting.
Is she like a beach, or is she like Sandy?
Oh no, that's. Nah, it's because you'll know if you meet her if you go on the strip.
Sure.
Yeah, you'll definitely know. Alright, bro. I'm gonna sign off for tonight. Catch you tomorrow, bro.
Yeah, see you later, homie.
See ya.
Do not fight it, my love. Let me into your heart.
You turn?
Hearken to my melody.
Come on, Juke. Okay. Nice. I don't remember what this one is.
Hearken to my melody. not fight it, my love.
Shot.
Let me into your heart.
I don't know how much fire position for that, so I gotta like position for like the. Okay, so I gotta put. I don't know what to position for that. Alright, anyways, I can stop the stream because we're done with the stuff.